because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Throwing on 1st down. Landry. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Landry. He finds Watson. It's caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Landry. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. is now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for two. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries, and 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Landry, pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Landry. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Throwing again. Landry. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers again now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Slot man moves right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he's going to have the Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Landry. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops it off for carry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Operating from the gun. Landry. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. In motion goes McCaffrey. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on 2nd down. Landry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Landry. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards. And the slot man goes in motion left. Got Edwards now on the slant. down inside the 5 to the 4. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking for the out route, and it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
Following the fumble recovery, Landry. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind: helpless.
The slot man in motion right. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bryan Edwards, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. A short kick taken at the 18. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Chris Godwin with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Slot man moves right. Throwing on first down. Landry. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
The slot man in motion right. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on third down, Landry. Touchdown, Packers! Brian Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Godwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they get hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Here's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fields this way up at the 17. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, it's Carey. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Completed out left to Nobs. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That was so well-timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that's probably baffling. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra